I'm going to show you how to do a remote start for a GS350. Mine is a 2013. It was actually not too bad at all, but there was nothing online. So here you go. Now, I've already installed it, so I'm not going to take it apart and do it again. Turn your wheel halfway. There's a screw right there. You undo that one, turn it the other way, undo that one, and then we'll have your car running. To do that, lift it up, one right there. So you undo those 3 screws. Once you get that off, you can pry this piece right here. This piece will come apart. Use a pry tool, soft pry tool right there. Pry that apart. Same thing on the other side right here. Pry it apart. I lifted it all the way up, and then pull that bottom piece out. Just set it aside. You have to kind of fish it around this thing right here, your steering wheel up and down controls. Once you do that, then you are going to take off this panel, and this just pops off. You can pry it off, pop it off. There's a screw here, there's one in the middle, and there's one on this far edge over here underneath. But there's 3 screws. Once you remove those, you're going to just pry this whole you're going to need to remove all of this whole panel. It all comes down. You just pull from the bottom. You have to remove a screw there and over there, and I think there's one in the middle. Remove that screw. This is the airbag cover. You remove that. You have to pull off this side panel here, and then you can pull this whole panel out. Once you remove that panel, lower panel, just kind of pull it off, jerk on it a little bit, it'll come right off. You got to unplug the back of this, just a little piece, little plug in right there. It's pretty easy. Then you'll also have to pull this out. This piece right here comes off just with some, just pull on it a little bit. It's not hard to get off. It's just, I actually opened the glove compartment, went over here and pulled on it. You can see it comes off. It's pretty easy to get off. Anyway, once you do that, you unplug your starter just to pull this piece out of the way or set it to the side. Right here behind this parking brake assembly, as soon as you pull this piece off and you pull this piece off, back there's a plug, and that's one of your plugs you have to plug in. There is this black wire here. You unplug it, it's straight up and down on a aluminum looking block. You unplug it, plug it into your T-harness or whatever they call that little wiring harness, and then you plug the other side of it into the other side of the T-harness into that. And then I routed it along the bottom. There is an airbag right here that I pulled off the cover off of it just to see a little better. And then there's a panel under here you can pull off too. It's pretty easy. Once I pulled that off, it's basically straight back here. You'll see the brains, the ECM. There's 2 plugs that look identical. One of the middle plug, there's like 6 of them lined up. The one on the right, there's 2 that will fit the same harness as, I don't know if it shows it in these directions. No, I don't see any pictures of it. No, but anyway, the harness, there is one that says A. For this model, you use the A harness. You plug it into that you unplug it, plug yours into it, and then plug the one you unplug. It's very short, not much room. Plug it into the T-harness or whatever that says A on the end of it. Well, there's a female end. You plug it into that, and that's basically it. That's all you do for the plug-ins is those 2. And then after that, you have to go through the instructions that is with it to program your little box that comes with it. Once you program the box, It's pretty easy to do. You just plug in the power cable, follow the directions, hold the little button down until it turns blue, but you can read the directions, get that, and then just after you get all that done, then you plug all your harnesses into the box. It's pretty self-explanatory. Mine has an extra T harness. I guess it's just a generic plug for different models. Anyway, the other one you just wrap up with some tire wraps you see all over the floor, and then you tuck it up in there. I tuck mine up in behind this right here. There's some space up there, up in there. Once you pull these panels off, you can see it pretty easy. Anyway, so you just lock it 3 times. And then you'll hear the car do some things and it'll start up. And that's it. And your climate control will work, so you can set it to warm or cold or whatever you want. Hope that helps.